Welcome back. This is Sandy with Sandy's Organized Chaos, and this is my 37th vlog, so welcome back. Things look a little bit different behind me. That's because I know that I talked about with you guys that I would like to make this my crafting area. Well, it's actually not going to be like all of my crafting area, but I'm going to branch off my tumbler making area from my glitter area. And this will be where I do my tumblers, and that will be inside where I do my all my glitters and stuff like that, because I don't want my glitters to be outside. I want them to be in a controlled environment. So I think I'm gonna leave the glitter portion inside and move my tumblers out here. So that's what we've been working on this weekend. I am extremely lucky to be able to do this, to be able to have, you know, two pretty decent sized areas to be able to do my crafting. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, to expand and all that stuff. So it'll be nice to have that out here and the other portion inside, so that way it's not together. So I'm pretty excited. But I'll kind of show you guys. It's not anything fancy. It's just a garage space. But we went ahead and cleared out all of this. See all my husband's RC stuff, but that's going to be my side right up against his side here. So that'll be nice. I'll have all my turners right here, and I don't know if that's going to stay there or not, but I might need that space for other things. But you can see where I do my epoxy off in the background over there. But I'll have my turners out here, and then I don't know what to do with this side yet. We obviously can't do anything with all the bikes and everything, so we're just going to organize it just a little bit better, so that way I can have my stuff out here. Maybe I'll put a table coming up along here so I can do some more stuff out here as well. But yeah, so having more crafting area was pretty much all I had on my list of things that I was hoping to get done this year as far as all that goes. But what is some stuff that you guys hope to be able to get done this year? Do you have a list of things you want to try to do for yourself this year? It doesn't have to be crafting related. It could be anything. Let me know down below. I'd love to hear. All right, I have my coffee. It's getting to be that time again. I sell so many of these beach tumblers in the summer. It's crazy. This has been my number one every summer for the last two summers. So I'm gonna have to start making these again. All right, I have my coffee and I'm ready to wake, prep, and slay all day. Let's do this. Okay, so today's vlog is going to be just a little bit different. Now, you guys remember that tutorial that I just did with the fabric wrap tumblers? Well, this tumbler here, I just really felt like needed just a little bit more. Now, I know if you remember in that tutorial, I talked about how you could do the power wash method over it. And after I said that, I got to thinking, and I really wanted to try something out. So I'm going to try that out today with you guys on my vlog. I just figured this would be a great place to kind of experiment and just show you the process of how my brain kind of thinks whenever I come up with an idea. So I'm going to go ahead and take this outside, and we're going to give it that power wash method. The first thing I'm going to do is use my gloss black. I'm going to do my power wash here, my power wash Dawn soap thing here. You guys know what I'm talking about. And all I'm going to do is spritz it all over my tumbler really well. And I'm actually going to make sure to concentrate it in certain parts really good too, so that way that black doesn't go all the way through. I just want it in bits and pieces all over the tumbler with still some of that fabric showing through. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quick. And then I'm going to take my black spray paint and I'm going to spray it down really well all over the entire tumbler. And then after I'm done spraying it, I will take my hose and rinse that off really well. Now, this isn't a tutorial, so I'm not going to go into full detail of everything, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys the idea that I had in my mind after I got done doing this tumbler. So after I get this all rinsed off, I'm going to take some pink, which you can use white too. I could have used white. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to use the pink because I didn't quite know exactly what I was going to do with it. but I just had an idea in my head, so I went with the pink. So here it is. This is how it looks after the black was spray painted on it. Now I'm going to move over to my pink. I didn't really let that tumbler dry very well, and I should have, because it kind of dripped a little bit in places that I didn't want it to, but that's okay. It turned out just fine. But as you can see, I didn't do it all over the place. I just did stripes of that soap. And now I'm just going to take my spray paint and just go right along where I did those stripes and just do kind of patches of that pink paint all over it, rinse it off, and then we'll take it inside and we'll get the rest of that design going. I know, it looks really crazy. I know. I said the same thing. I'm like, oh my goodness, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But after I brought it inside and cleaned it up, I started to see that concept in my head as to where everything would go and how it would look. So I felt fine after I got it kind of cleaned up. So all I'm going to do is take my rubbing alcohol and I'm going to clean up those patches of where the fabric's at, because I don't want any of that paint residue on it. I want it to be nice and crystal clear so you can see the fabric through certain places. So I'm just going to take my alcohol and just kind of clean up here and there. So the concept that I had, because after doing the fabric, I just really liked that astrological feel of it. I really wanted to do something where it looked like there was a galaxy, you know, on top of it. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't even know what I would call it. A galaxy tumbler with fabric underneath. I don't know. Something. But I just had this idea of it looking like the galaxy was kind of ripped through the fabric. So that's kind of the way that I'm going with this, which I will show you guys here in a second what else I did to it. All right, after I have it all tidied up here, as you can see, I talked about earlier how I didn't let my tumbler dry before I did that second power wash, and that's what happens, those little runs that you see on the top of the tumbler there, which that's okay. I'm going to work with it. It'll be just fine. I'm not going to worry too much on it. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, I think I took blue and a purple, and I'm just going to dab it all around the tumbler. The first thing I'm going to work with is my blue here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay in those pink areas that I sprayed. I'm going to leave the black alone, and I'm just going to dab these colors all over the lighter pink area. You know, this was one of those things that it was like, even if it didn't work out, I was still going to show you guys as well. But I'm actually really happy. I'm shocked. It turned out okay, because sometimes my concepts just don't work out, but I'm actually so happy that this one did, because it looks so neat. There's so much depth to it, and it really did kind of look like what I had in my head. And if you guys like this, I can do an actual tutorial on it to kind of maybe go over details just a little bit more. But like I said, this isn't a tutorial. This is just a vlog. This is just us kind of chit-chatting and kind of going over stuff, and this is just something I kind of wanted to show you guys. And like I said, even if it wouldn't have worked out, I still would have showed you, because I try to keep this as real as possible with you guys. Not everything works out, and I'm just happy that this one happened too, because I really wanted this to turn out. I will show you guys something that I didn't really like. I came through and I tried to do little stars. It was okay. I don't know. It was all right. But I don't know. I kept them, but I just did little dabs of white all over in the black, but I had another idea in my mind anyways that I wanted to do, so I actually came through with my brush and just kind of lightened it up a little bit, just kind of smoothing them out and just kind of adding some texture to it, because I wasn't about to wipe it off. So I just worked with it again. As you can see, I kind of lightened up those dots just a little bit, just a tad. But now it's all done, and I really like the way it looks. I don't want to mess with it too much. So now I'm going to put some epoxy on it, and then now we're going to add some glitter and other kinds of fancy stuff to it. So after I applied my epoxy to it, I am going to let it sit on my turner for about 45 minutes, if not an hour. I think it was closer to an hour that I let it sit on my turner, because I wanted the epoxy to be nice and stiff, and for once I added the glitter, because if you add the glitter right away, it's just going to spread out and not look how you want it to look. So I wanted it to all stay nice and tight together inside those black areas. So I waited, like I said, an hour, and then I will add my glitter to it. All right, while I was letting that sit and do its thing, I took the rest of my epoxy and I made a bangle and a keychain and stuff like that because, you know, you don't want your epoxy to go to waste. So that's what that is in the background there. So now I'm going to take my glitter. This is Stellar. For those of you that don't know, I sell this in my glitter shop. It has little stars and moons and stuff in it. Now the stars and the moons, not the stars, but the moons are actually an opal. So they show up really well on black. And then the stars are very shiny silver, but I just thought it would look really cute on my tumbler. I used it on the other fabric tumbler that I did in that tutorial, so I just thought I'd kind of add to it on this one, kind of make them a little bit matchy, I guess. But like I said earlier, I want to keep my stars right in that black area, so I'm just going to sprinkle my glitter right in that black area there. Like I tell you guys all the time, it's wherever your imagination takes you whenever you're doing these projects. They shouldn't be stressful. They shouldn't make you feel down. This should be something that you come to do to get away from everything. This is your mind coming out in art form. A lot of times we do things and we don't know if it's going to work out, and so it kind of scares you to not even try it. But honestly, guys, you will never know until you try. No matter what it is, you know, a new design or doing something in your life that kind of scares you, you'll never know until you try if that thing is going to work out for you. Like I always tell you guys, you got this. I believe in you. Always believe in yourself. Who knows what you will be able to accomplish once you get over those fears. All right, once I got it all done, as you can see here, I just felt like it needed just a little bit more. It just needs a touch more of something else. So I decided to come through and add these super holographic, I think they're mica powders. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I got them from Mr. Nola's Glitter, gosh, like a couple of years ago, maybe a year ago. And I've had them sitting on my shelf, and I thought they'd go really well here. So I already took the blue, which was Aqua Berry, and I sprinkled it right on where I did the blue alcohol inks, as you can see here. And now I'm going to take Butterfly Kisses, which is like a pink holographic as well, and I'm going to sprinkle it right where the purple is at, right up against the blue. And I am so happy that I decided to do that because it really added just that extra little bit of touch that I wanted to it. So I'm so happy that I went ahead and decided to do it because I was scared to do it. Like I talked about earlier, you got to get over being scared. And I'm so happy that I went ahead and added these extra little powders or glitter. I don't know what they are. Glitter, I don't know. Holographic something. It just really gave it that depth that I was looking for. I wanted it, I mean, obviously it's not going to look super realistic, but it needed something else. So I'm glad that I did that. Now, I'm not completely done with it. I'm still going to probably be doing a couple more things with it, but I'll make sure to show you guys once it's fully done on how it looks. But here it is. As I pull the camera up, you'll be able to see that holographic and how that looks. I'm thinking I might take some more alcohol inks and kind of rub it over it just to kind of, you know, so that glitter is not so harsh. Now, don't look at my background there. I told you guys, I'm in the process of moving everything. I'm moving out to the garage. Don't look at my mess. But I'll make sure to show you guys that once I am done. I was just coming out here to do my end of the stuff. It's so weird seeing the space here, but so exciting. I can't wait to be able to make this my own on this half. Look at all those RC cars. And there's more. He has a lot of RC cars. I mean, a lot. So, so hopefully we both can fit out here just fine. I think so. I think so. Okay, I moved on to my afternoon drink. It's hard to see in this lighting. This is another big seller for me for the spring and summer. These always sell sunsets. So beach ones, sunsets, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, don't wanna drip my stuff everywhere there. But it was kind of fun being able to go in there and kind of you know, play around with that tumbler today. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching that. I know I enjoyed doing it. I think there's something else I want to do to it. I might do just a couple more things to it, but other than that, I'm really happy with how it turned out, how my experiment turned out. All right, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more tips, tutorials, vlogs, all kinds of stuff I have coming your way. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.